Hey there guys, and today we are talking about the most famous or infamous series of hats to be ever released on the Roblox catalog, the Dominuses. So 13 years ago, a guy by the name of ZZP was cooking up a new Roblox item in Blender. Okay, maybe not like that, but what's also not like that is me asking you to like and subscribe because it's free, so why not? Anyway, but he would make the Dominus Imperius, which was approved by Telemod and was put on the catalog for a very reasonable 13,337 Robux. And I use the term reasonable very loosely, as that amount of Robux back in the day was a lot more than it is today. Anyway, the hat only had 26 copies in total, so not only you had to be rich, but you had to be fast, as these things sold out pretty much instantly. So right, this new hat had a sleek hood design, which covered the user's face. It had cool feathers on it, and so what made this hat so special is that it was rare, as there were only 26 copies, and two is that it was so expensive. But how rare is it in 2024? Well, after being deleted a couple of times, and this and that, only 7 copies remain out of 26 in 2024. The rest of them are gone, deleted, or the account has been terminated. The next item in the Dominus series is the Dominus Infernus. This one costed 26,000 Robux and also had a stock of 26. And it actually has a unique story behind it. It was created by a user by the name of Hiccup789. He created a texture for the set. Much like the original Dominus 2, it was also made by someone in the community. There really isn't any more interesting things about this Dominus. And the next Dominus Viori, other than it being one of the most expensive Roblox items and being originally a Make-A-Wish item, which was later put on the catalog for 39,000 Robux with a stock of 26. Same goes for the Dominus Messor. There isn't anything inherently interesting about it other than it being one of the 4 Dominuses released for Halloween. So yeah, we have another Dominus, the Dominus Vespertilio, which was also released for Halloween. But now we actually have something really cool. The Dominus Aureus. It was released only to those who used the new developer exchange. And I mean, look at this Dominus, it's so beautiful. Like, if I could get it, I would get it, but sadly I don't have 7 million Robux right now. So, you know, I mean, look at it, it's just so good. But the texture of it actually had to be changed. When this Dominus first came out, its texture was, garbage. People didn't like it. So it had to be changed. Next one is the Dominus Astro. Now, I really like this because it has like a deep black and purple shade to it with some stars on it, as you can see here. Now, this is also something I would get too if I had 80 million Robux, but I don't really have 80 million Robux. And this was released for 75,000 Robux with a stock of 25. Now, the next Dominus that was released was sort of weird, alright? Because it was the Dominus Rex. However, when it was first released, it was not unlimited. It was released on a timer and it could have been purchasable for 75,000 Robux in 2015. It only had a timer for 1 hour, and 219 copies of it were sold. Next one is the most controversial Dominus. In a wake of tickets being removed from the platform, Roblox held a sort of farewell to tickets. They created ticket variants of classic Roblox items. This included many items, but more specifically, a Dominus, the Dominus Potassium. It was purchasable for 5 million tickets, which equates to 300,000 Robux, but that's an insane price, which made this controversial. And second, it's way too similar to the Dominus Aureus, the only difference being that it's a paler yellow, but taking in all that, still 39 copies of it were sold, so you know, that's still a lot. But it also baffles me, like, where did you get all those tickets? Next is the Dominus Perfectus, which in my opinion is the ugliest Dominus, or at least the top 3 ugliest Dominuses, because there are more ugly Dominuses. But this one is terrible, I don't like it. But it was also a Halloween Dominus, but that time people didn't really like it, just like me. The problem, people didn't like the eyes on the back of it. And now the rarest, the most unique one, the Dominus Viori. The Dominus Viori, there's only one of these hats in the entire game, and it belongs to a guy named Roku. So how did he get it? Well, back in 2018, Roblox did a Ready Player 2 event to commemorate the movie by the same name. Once all the keys in the event were collected, the player would overcome one final challenge and obtain the Dominus Viori. On a side note, the Dominus Cliz was also released at this time, given to the people who helped actually develop the event, so as a sort of thank you gift. Next is the Deadly Dark Dominus, which is kind of weird as it was for a long time just a Roblox myth. Basically an inside joke, but people believed that it was a myth. It was just a joke made up by someone, and then it was picked up by the community and it was like a myth. So it was like this item was going to be released, but it was cancelled. So that's kind of a myth. And yeah, and also weird about it is you can only get it through conventional means. It's not limited, it's a toy code, but it is a code, which was given to those who purchased a special figure at San Diego Comic-Con in 2019. The figure had the possibility to contain a chaser code, which when entered would give you the Deadly Dark Dominus. Next up is the Dominus for Modiliuses, and I mean, if you look at it, this is the second ugliest Dominus. No, like for real. And then I will put Dominus Perfectus in number 1 and this in number 2. So, it's ugly. Although it has sold the most copies of it, which, 3,700. I mean, that's a lot of Robux. 140,000. It's whatever. I don't have 140,000 Robux. But the Dominus for Modilius was released in 2019, specifically for Halloween. It could have been purchased for 13,000 Robux on a 1-day and 7-hour timer, and became limited shortly after going off sale, being the first Dominus to do since 2017. And yeah, that's pretty much it about the Dominuses, the mainline Dominuses. I didn't touch on the last two Dominuses, the Dominus Desperations and the Azurite, as they are two of the most recent Make-A-Wish items for Roblox, and they just happen to be Dominuses. But if you want to learn a little bit more about them, I made a video about the history of Roblox Make-A-Wish, and those two items are included. So yeah, check that out. But yeah, that was the video. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.